Guys, it's Tony Suits with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors again. It's August, and I've got in front of me BattlBox Mission number 66. Hang tight, you're going to be able to see this. Oh, before I do, let me mention this. Look up here on your left. You see that? That is the latest edition of the Backwoods Biker Magazine 2020 Summer Special Edition that is chock full of some great stuff, great articles. But one of those good articles is on BattlBox itself. It's a 4-page article that we go in detail about BattlBox, what we think, why we're impressed, etc. So check it out. The link will be there to where you can just check it out, where we parked that thing at digitally. The other thing I want to mention is that you're right up here. Right there will tell you, watch the new Netflix series, Southern Survival. It's got all the guys and one of the gals from BattlBox. It's, let me see, Daniel Dabbs. It's Brandon Curran, who's Curran 1776. Steve, I don't know your last name. And Mickey, I don't know your last name either. Didn't even know Mickey existed, but they do a great show. It's very entertaining, quite funny, silly, just what you'd come to expect with Curran being involved. So get out there and check that out. So now that I've said that, we're going to get into the box. But in order for you to really be able to see this, I'm going to have the guys bring it in, and we're going to do a close-up. So hang tight. We will be back this time. So we have tightened up the shot for you, and we're going to get right into this box. And what I want to talk to you about first of all is the new little booklet that they have done in lieu of the mission card. It's a very easy read, very easy to understand, and it's got some pretty neat stuff in it here. So we're going to talk about that as we go along here. We're going to use this booklet, just kind of guide us. So let me get right into this right away. And let's look at this cool gear that came in this month's Mission 66. First of all, there's the Lord & Field Bushcraft Spice Wallet. Now, this is a handmade leather pouch. When I say handmade, it's probably not some room full of people that are cutting this up and sewing it and riveting it and all that. Well, there is no sewing. There's just rivets. That's cool. That makes it really strong. But what this has been designed for is to carry spices if you are of the mind to do so. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not the type of guy that's going to fill these up with spices and take them out into the bush, but what I will do with these, I've already been brainstorming on this. I'm going to reserve this for our hunts that are scheduled to start in September, late September, somewhere around there. But when I go on a long hunt for a week, possibly 2 weeks, there are certain things that I will take that I don't normally take for a 2 or 3 night jaunt out into the bush, especially not a scouting trip. But to give you an example, I like to take alcohol, and because these are glass bottles with cork stoppers, they are perfect for anything that might be bad for plastic. These are absolutely nice little glasses, and what I am going to put in them, one of the things I like to take out is a clear alcohol like Everclear, not to drink. I think if you're drinking out in the bush with knives and axes and whatever else you've got, firearms, you're just inviting trouble, so anybody that knows me will tell you it's the first thing that I say. Alcohol is not to be consumed when you're out in the bush unless you're just an idiot and want to hurt yourself. So I will put Everclear in there. Why would I do that? I use it for medicinal purposes. When I say that, it is great for pouring into a wound to disinfect it. You can disinfect blades with it. You can burn Everclear. It will actually burn a blue flame. So that's the first thing that I'll put in there. Another thing that I'll put in is I will have a vial full of olive oil. Okay. Olive oil is great for if you want to cook with it. You can, you're going to put something in a pan, need a little oil. You can drop a little bit of your olive oil in there. But what I really like to use it for is that I will also, and I know you're going to think I'm weird here, got all this alcohol going to be going out, but I also put in some red wine, and it's just cheap red wine. And the reason I do that is that if you mix olive oil and red wine together, it goes a long way in keeping wounds disinfected, keeps junk from growing inside there also. Haven't got any idea what I'll do with the fourth one, but I'll figure it out. You get the idea of what I'm saying here, you know. So this is a great ad that I will utilize, as I said, on a long hunt, or when I'm going to be out in the bush for an extended period of time. They give this a value of $29.99. Now, what you want to remember, again, I'll be mentioning this as we go, you got into the basic box for only $29.99. So with this first piece of gear, you've already paid for your box. That is a great deal. So now everything else beyond this is going to be just extra meat and potatoes in the box. Second item, and again, they call this box a problem solver's box. You know, some neat little gadgets in here. This is the Colby emergency tire valve. And what this is designed for is if you're out in the bush in your four-wheeler, your four-wheel drive vehicle, your truck, anything that has a valve stem, and you know, if you've been out there, you know, you can snap off a valve stem real quick. And if you don't have a valve stem with you, well, you're taking the tire off and you have to carry it out of the bush, etc., etc. This you don't have to. You just remove that bad valve stem, put this one in, and add air, and you're ready to go. That is one thing, you know, BattlBox didn't include a compressor with this, but you do have to have compressed air, whether it is a small tank, which be honest, I don't take out with me unless I, am in a vehicle. But this will be a great ad for a glove compartment box. They give this a value of $18.99, and again, all you paid was $29.99, and you've already got that covered. So that is a great little ad also. Now the next thing, I've actually used this here recently. I'll have to show this to you. I wanted to save the packaging, but I just could not. But what I did do was I made sure that when I cut this strap for me to use this past weekend, I had to go down to the local big box lumber hardware appliance guy and pick up 12 sticks of 3/4 inch PVC pipe. Now if you've ever tried to haul PVC pipe in a pickup truck whose bed was not 8 foot, it creates a problem. You use that twine or tape or whatever, and it's just a hassle. But anticipating what I was going to do, knowing how this works, this is a very flexible, see me stretching that? Very flexible. And the way this works is that I don't have anything, well, you know what, I'll try it right here on the simple strap itself. Okay, you go around one time and cross over, all right? That creates a friction point that holds you in place. And then all you do is just keep wrapping, and then your last wrap, all you do is tuck it in nice and tight, and that does not go anywhere. When I got back home, that pipe was as secure as a bug in a rug. It did not move. This will work on lumber. It'll work on, as I said, pipe. It'll work on just about anything. What it won't do is it will not take the place of a ratchet strap that you need to really rugged it down. An example, in your motorcycle trailer or in a flatbed truck where you have to use the D-rings with a ratchet strap to hold your bikes in place, whether it is a motorcycle or a conventional bicycle or an e-bike. You want to secure those things down. This is not really, I wouldn't recommend it for that, but anything else, this is the berries. And one thing I didn't try, but I was kind of having a brainstorm going on, is I'm wondering if I could use this in lieu of my web straps for my hammock systems that I have. I'm going to try that out, and if it works, I'm going to share that with you. They give this a value of $15.97. You go on the website and you see that's exactly what it is. Now that's one of the things that I wanted to make mention of also, because I got a couple emails. Well, it wasn't even a couple, it was more than a couple, but people ask me, does BattlBox inflate the retail prices? You know what? We have looked at every item for, I can't tell you how many missions we have reviewed, and they have been spot on, and if anything, they have devalued the pricing. We have found a lot of times products from BattlBox have been cheaper through them buying the box than going out and trying to buy it retail. So those prices are true. That $15.97 is there. Now, that kind of does it for the basic box, except, check this out, we have a Southern Survival Fire Starter, and they throw this in for free. I've seen something like this before, but it is a handy little fire striker. It works very, very well. It'll do the job that you need to have it to do. Okay, that's what you need to know. Will it create a shower of sparks? Yes, it will. But it's not only a fire starter, it's also a whistle. 120 decibel whistle that can be heard from pretty far off. So BattlBox has put that in there for you. It's got the Southern Survival logo on it. That's pretty cool. So that does your basic box. Now I do want to tell you, you spent $29.99, but yet the value of the gear in this box is $64.95. That's pretty cool. All right, now let's move on to the advanced box. This has one item in it from Tactica, and this is the M250 hex drive tool. Okay, see that? Let me turn it up this way. And it comes in a little handy, you don't have to rip open the box. This just flips open. Right there the tool is. Just pull that out, and there it is. Now what this is a bit system that, turn it around right, that slips out of that holder, okay, and you have got 12 different styles of bits that fit off into this driver as well. All you gotta do is push these down like so, pull them out of the bottom, and then stick them into the driver. Okay, and they have Torx bits, Phillips bits, flat bladed bits. They've got some hex bits in here also, so you're pretty much covered. There's even a micro screwdriver in here as well. That thing is very, very tiny, flat. I mean, how many times have you been out in the bush and, man, I need a screwdriver, and you didn't have the multi-tool, you didn't have your Leatherman out there with you, so this is a pretty cool little tool. It also has a removable driver that you can put in a 1/4 inch bit with a ratchet if you want to, or put it in put it in your DeWalt cordless, and you can use it that way also. But it's magnetic, it slips in there, it will not come out. And then the way you just put these back in, you just slip it right in. And there's also 2 extra holes just in case you want to go on their website and buy some of their other stuff. You can buy more bits. The holster for it is well thought out as far as we're concerned. Snaps in there, it will not fall out, will not move. You have a belt keeper here where you can wear this on your belt, and it also has a magnet right here if you're going to be working under the hood of your truck, or in your garage by a metal cabinet, or in your kitchen by your refrigerator, wherever. You can just clip this on there with that magnet, and it's not going anywhere. Very heavy duty. This is an item that you might put in your glove box if you don't carry it out in the bush. I doubt that I'll carry it out in the bush with me, because I have other options that I've learned to trust. And it is a little weighty, to add some weight if you're weight-minded, ultra light backpacker. But this is a great little ad. They give this a price of $49.95. This particular box will cost you $59.99. The combination of the basic box and the advanced box brings you a total of $114.90 worth of gear. You've almost doubled what you have invested so far. That's what's great about BattlBox. They always give you a great bargain. So now let's talk about the ProBox. And the ProBox, man, I'm telling you, I got excited when I learned that this was going to be in here. I got introduced to solar several years ago. I installed a solar system in my RV because I didn't like being without power and all that, so I got me several hundred watts of power up on the top of my RV, a big inverter, and man, I can do anything except the air conditioner. This is not made for that. It's made for maintaining batteries, and if you've got some time to let it sit, it will recharge your battery as well. It's a 12-volt system, comes with everything that you need. All right. Now this is the new technology that's built with this. That's flexible. Look at this thing. I'm going to show you here. Look at that thing flex, and it won't break. Okay. I guess you could break it if you really tried to bend it over if you're that stupid, but you don't want to do that. But you can hang it outside on your boat. It will charge your trolling motor. You can put it on the front of your RV to maintain that front end battery for your slide outs and for your tongue jack. It comes with a set of alligator clips that simply fits into, if you're a motorcyclist, most motorcyclists have these on their bike for their charger or for their accessories or whatever. It just pops right in there. You hook it to your battery, man, and you are ready to rock and roll. If you have that on your motorcycle, if you have this female end, or I guess they're matching ends, but you just put them in opposite. But if you have that toggle coming out from underneath your seat, you don't even need the alligator clips. Just put this right in, let this sit up on your saddlebag, whatever you want to do. You could, if you want to ride down the road during the daytime, all you do is bungee this down on your saddlebags, and it's charging your battery, all along the way, or your accessories, or whatever you want to do. But for me, anything like this is very, very handy. It's kind of awkward to put on a backpack. Can it be done? Yes. I attach it to the backpack, and as long as it's away from the back of your neck, you're not even going to notice it's there while it is charging those small 12-volt batteries that you might have. Yep. So that's a really, really good ad here. You're into the ProBox for $99.99, and so far we are at $179.89 worth of value. So you are already $60 to the good. Okay. So now let's go on to the Pro Plus, which is the knife of the month. And this month it's not a knife, but it is something that is very, very slick. It's awesome. It's from Leatherman, and this is the Leatherman Black and Silver Skeletool. They've had the Skeletools out for a while, and the Black and Silver is a special edition. So BattlBox went and reached out and got you something nice that not everybody has right now. So let's take a look at this dude. Doink. Here it is, the Leatherman Skeletool. This is a bad little booger right here. Now, my favorite Leatherman tool that I would never trade for anything. It's been around the world at least 6 times with me in the jungles of Nigeria and Ghana, Cameroon, and I'll never get rid of that. Leatherman Wave is what it is. But I'll tell you what this is great for. For those of you that carry a pocket knife and you want a little something more, this is perfect. This thing only weighs 5 ounces. I mean, you can hardly fit it. Weighs no more. Actually, it weighs less than this CRKT Kit Carson that I carry with me. This is the M21 OG4. I like this knife. It has nothing to do with BattlBox, but I'm just comparing the weight to it. You could trade out your pocket knife for this because it has a very low, flat profile to it. But let's talk about the features of this 7-featured tool. All right, number one, you notice this carabiner. All right, you can carry that on your belt loop, hook it to another carabiner if you want to, but it also doubles as a bottle opener. Who doesn't need a bottle opener when you're out in the woods, right? Okay. All right, and then when you open this thing up, it's a little stiff in the beginning. We've only had it open about 10 or 12 times. First tool that you see is this combination needle nose, conventional, and wire cutters right there. And like anything Leatherman, this is very, very good steel. Okay, you notice the shape of this part of the scales on this. It is made to give you some leverage. Now that's one of the things that you'll find with a lot of the Leatherman tools, you know, those bigger bulky ones, including the Wave. They can be a little bulky in your hand, a little hard to work with. This is very, very comfortable. So well thought out Leatherman. It also has on the other end a screwdriver bit. And inside it right now is a two-sided, two different size Phillips heads. But this also comes with an extra, and it fits right down inside the scales, man. I mean, guys at Leatherman think these things out really, really well. That's your flat blade, and it just, as I said, just fits right back down in here, and you can't see it. It doesn't bother you when you're working with it. And then, last but by far not least, is the blade that is included with this nice little Leatherman. Look at that. That is awesome. Very, very cool. I love this little tool here. Again, will it replace my Wave? No, it's not designed to do that. It's designed to fit in your pocket, to wear it, to use it every day. Put it in your glove compartment, put it in your console, wherever. You know, everybody ought to carry some type of blade, especially a multi-tool in your vehicles. You know, Leatherman has really done it, and BattlBox stepped up to the plate by putting this in there. So that's your knife of the month, and they give this a price of $64.99. Again, that's exactly what you'll see on Leatherman's website. So what does that get us? You know, we spent $159.99 for the Pro Plus box, and you end up with a total of $244.88 worth of gear, and you come out ahead $84.89. I think that's pretty good.
Guys, so there you have it. You know, mission number 66 from BattlBox, the August box. Pretty cool, especially this little Leatherman right here. I also wanted to make mention to you that we've gotten a lot of emails. It's you know, I guess it's confusing for some, but when you become a subscriber, you know, you hit that subscribe button, and when you do, we put your name every month. It doesn't leave the database, but we put you in a database where once a month we pull out some pretty dope gear. And we've given knives away, we've given axes away, we've given SFK1 fire kits and bush butter, emergency candles. I mean, just we go right down the list with stuff here, you know. So make sure if you become a subscriber, if you want the free gear, send us an email and say, I'm a subscriber now. That's all you got to do. And we put it right in there, and that's it. The other thing that I wanted to make mention of, we've had a lot of requests to add more survival class videos out there, our basic classes. We're in the process of doing that, and what we're trying to do is really make it basic. But and the trouble is when you get, you know, 5 guys in the room that are, you know at the top tier of the food chain in survival. Sometimes what happens is that we just take it for granted that you know how to tie a bowline, or you know how to use a plastic bag to boil water. I mean, there's a lot of things that we want to cover for you. So be patient with us. We're working on the next video. We just did 101 and launched it a couple weeks ago. We're going to do 102 pretty soon, you know. So we want you to be able to have access to those. So listen. I want to say thank you to all of you that watch the videos, that read the magazine. Get on out there and check that out, because it's really interesting this month, and especially the BattlBox articles. And for all of those of you that submit gear to us and our sponsors and buy advertising in our magazine, I want to say thank you and God bless you very much. It's been hard on everybody for the past 6 months, even us. And because of you, we've been able to keep on keeping on. So we're all going to get through this thing. So until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe out there.